Hi, I'm Larry Neal, manager of Reed Gold Mine State Historic Site, and I'm here to tell you about an interesting piece of mining equipment called the cradle rocker. In the early 1800s, they simply were started to dig holes in the ground looking for gold nuggets. Eventually, they started to take that dirt down at the creek, or actually start sifting through the dirt along the creek with rudimentary plates or pans they stole out of the kitchen. But that was very time consuming, having to do it one plate or pan at a time. So they developed the cradle rocker, which is right here behind me, and it was so named because it resembled a baby's cradle, which you would have found in the home. For a cradle rocker, on the top part, it had an iron plate that could be pulled out, and you could fill that with dirt, place it back in the top of the cradle. Then you would have a water source. I've got some here. Pour that along the top, and at the same time, start rocking the cradle. And as you pour the water over the top, it would, just like a regular pan, would start to wash the dirt through the holes down into the bottom. The larger rocks that you no longer needed would stay along the top. Inside the cradle was a burlap type material cloth that could help trap some of the smaller particles, including gold, and also wooden ridges or riffles that acted as baffles. So as you rocked it back and forth and the water ran through, anything could also be collected in that area. Once you were done with the part at the top, you simply reached in, pulled it out, dumped out this material, filled it back up with new, and started the process all over again. Now the miners, as well as doing it this way, digging right along the creek, sometimes would use wheelbarrows to dig up dirt along the sides, bring it down to the cradle rockers for that purpose. Generally, by the 1850s, cradle rockers are generally used by women and children, whereas the men were working down in the mine.